welcome to my channel. I'm finally bringing you my October wrap-up for what I read in the month of October. I know it's a little bit late, I am sorry, but I did not read everything that was on my initial TBR, but I did read over 20 books. I believe it's 21 or 22 books, and I'm so happy with that number. With audiobooks and actually reading, I'm able to get a whole lot more in, so that's really, really nice. So I'm just going to get into what I read and what I thought of them. I read The Coven, Blood Witch, Dark Magic, and The Awakening, which is 2 through 5 in the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. The Coven I gave 5 stars, Blood Witch I gave 4 stars, Dark Magic 5 stars, and The Awakening 3 stars. I really love this witchy series. It's really kind of cool. And then there's some cliffhangers and you just want to keep on going, and they're short audiobooks, so you're able to read them or listen to them really fast. And you know, I love how things develop really quickly, and you just sit there and go, I knew it. I knew it. And it's really great high school witchy series. I really like it. So I don't want to give any spoilers away with sequels or anything like that, so I won't go into too much detail. Definitely check out the series if this is your thing. Definitely. The next one was Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. This was easily 5 stars. Easily. I cannot believe I never read this. Oh my goodness, if you have not read this, you really, really need to. And it's not an audiobook listen. I don't know if it's available on audiobook, but you must actually read it to see the progression of the main character. And it's so sad. And I cried. And it's horrible. And it's good. That book is everything. That book is everything. I can't really go into too much detail about it, but it's about a slow man. And it is just read the book, okay? Just read it. It's the best. The next one is Unwind by Neal Shusterman, and this is easily 5 stars. I have never ever read something like this. Basically, whenever you reach a certain age, your parents can decide to have you be unwound, and that's taking all of your parts and giving them to other people. Some do it as a tithe, some do it because their kids are bad. It's just, wow, I was hooked. I cannot wait to continue on in the series. Seriously, thank you, Lisa from Books and Smiles, for recommending this book. This is the bomb diggity. This is just, oh my goodness, one of the best books I read this month, on top of Flowers for Algernon. I read so many good books this month, and I've also read some bad ones, but man, Unwind, you have to check that out. The next one is number 2 of the Darkest Power series, and it's called The Awakening, and I gave it 3 stars. I didn't continue on the series yet. I did cover basically the synopsis of it last month, and basically it's a bunch of kids that are in this hospital, and they learn that they all have something in common. It is a paranormal type of book series, so if you want to read it, I highly recommend it. It's really good. This one was just, it was alright. I think it's going to get better as it goes on. The next one is the final book in the Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarian series by Brandon Sanderson. I gave this 5 stars. I know he's coming out with a 6th book next year, so I can't wait for that. Definitely a really good young adult fun series, sort of like Lemony Snicket-esque writing, and yeah, you just have to check that out, and it's completely different than anything. I mean, Evil Librarians, come on, you just have to. The next 2 books that I read is from The Raven Cycle. I read 1 and 2, and by Maggie Stiefvater. The first one is called The Raven Boys, and which I gave 4 stars. I also gave 4 stars to Dream Thieves. It is so interesting. After the first book, at the end, I was like, oh my God. And I couldn't wait to continue on with the second one because it's just so good. The twists and the turns and everything. It's about a girl who has always been told that if she was to kiss the boy that she falls in love with, he'll die. And she lives in a tarot card reading psychic family, and she feels like she doesn't have any powers. And so yeah, it's a really good series, and I can't wait to continue. The next one is Pretty Girls, which I gave 4 stars to, by Karen Slaughter. It was pretty creepy. That was a creepy book and a really good book. It was creepy. You guys have to read that. The next one was Burn Town by Jennifer McMahon. I gave that 1 star. I did not like that. That is just the worst Jennifer McMahon book that I've ever read. I don't trust her books. I've read all of them now, and there's more bad than good, so no thank you. The next one is Blood Sisters. I gave 2 stars to. This is by Jane Corey. To me, this book was all about sisters fighting, jealousy, typical, that kind of stuff, and it just wasn't my thing. I finished it. It was okay. 2 stars. It was, yeah. The next one I read was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Finally, 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. I'm absolutely hooked. I'm hooked. You have to read it. It has fairylands and different courts, and it's just really fascinating. It has a love story. I am currently reading the second one, and I don't know whenever I'm going to be able to finish it because of the read-a-thons, but oh my goodness, even the second book, I'm just like, oh my God. The next one is Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, and I gave that 1 star because I just didn't like it. I'm going to read the third one this month and then decide from there. But this one was just bad. That one was just too political for me. Way, way, way too political for me. There was a whole bunch of nothing happening, politics, fighting, politics, fighting. I just didn't. Just wasn't my thing. Now, then I read the 3rd book in the Jasper Dent series, Blood of My Blood by Barry Lyga. This is about the boy who grew up with a serial killer as a father, and it is just so good. I'm sad that the series is over. Next one is the 1st book in the Grisha trilogy called Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Oh my God, that's 5 stars for me. I was reading 6 of Crows, and I actually DNF'd that book. I couldn't get through it, and then I was told that I need to read the Grisha trilogy first, and so that's what I did, and I'm so glad that I did. So maybe I'll pick up 6 of Crows later on. The next one is Final Girls. I gave that 3 stars, and that is by Riley Sager, and that was pretty good. I would highly recommend it. It was a thriller type of book. It's about girls that are the final girls left alive from some sort of like serial killing or mass killing, that kind of thing. A lot of twists and turns in that one. Then I finally read Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I gave that 2 stars. Even though that was better than the Mortal Instrument series, I won't be continuing that series. I just didn't like it. It's just not my thing. Cassandra Clare is just not my thing. And then the final book I read was 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake, and I gave that 2 stars. It's about sisters who, one has to kill the other 2 sisters to be queen, but it was nothing like that. It was a whole bunch of just relationship drama, love triangles. It just wasn't what I thought it would be, so I'm not going to continue on with the series. So there you go. That is my wrap up for October. Let me know what your worst and best books of October were. Be sure to go ahead and give this a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.